Hello everyone there. I am Garima Miss. Welcome back to my English lecture. Today we are going to see 5 things. But before starting, I must remind you what we had done in the last lecture. We had done history and origin of novel. Secondly, we had seen what is novel. Then we had seen characteristics of 18th century novel. Then we had seen the famous 18th century novelist. Okay, so these things we had seen. We were doing 18th century famous novelist, but that was not yet complete. So in this lecture what we are going to do, you can see in the slide it is properly listed. We are going to do the continuation of the famous 18th century novelist. After that we are going to do, because that is still remaining, so we will complete that first. Later on we are doing next topic is characteristics of 20th century novelist. Thirdly, we are going to do 20th century famous novelist. Next we are going to do immigrant novelist. Immigrant, it means those who born and brought up in one country, however settled in another foreign country. They are known as immigrant. Okay. And lastly, we are going to do today is contribution of women novelists in our English literature. Okay. What is the efforts of the women and how many writings, how many novels the women had written in that period of 18th to 20th century, that we are going to see. So let's move on to the next slide, where we are going to see 18th century famous novelist and famous novelist contribution in our English literature. Before starting, I must request all my dear students to come on, take out your notebooks and pen and write down the famous novelist and their work, that is novels that they had written, because in exam it may ask 18th century novelist and their works, or sometimes it may ask contribution of women in English literature, or for example it may ask, like for example, a 20th century famous novelist and their works. So without wasting time, let's move on to the next slide, where we are going to see 18th century famous novelist continuation. Some are remaining, some novelists works and their names were remaining, that we will complete first. So let's move on. So in the last lecture we had seen Henry Fielding. Henry Fielding, what he had written, can we please see in this slide given? Joseph Andrews and Tom Jones, which was very famous. Move to the next is the Lawrence Sterne, born in the year 24 November 1713 and died in the year 18 March 1768, was an Anglo-Irish, okay, and an Anglican clergyman. Clergyman, it means preacher of the religion of, okay, of a Christianity. He wrote so many books like Tristram Shandy, The Life and the Opinion of the Tristram Shandy Gentleman, A Sentimental Journey Through France and Italy, and also published many sermons, wrote memoirs. Memoirs means writing about your own memory, and he was a very important and active person in politics. Sterne died in London because of the dangerous disease that time, it is tuberculosis. He was fighting with tuberculosis. So that is the life of the Lawrence Sterne. I had written in the red to make you understand these are the works of Lawrence Sterne. Move to the next writer. Just see the quick review of these writers who came in, novelists who came in the 18th century, and their small introduction also I had present in this slides. Tobias George Smollett, Smollett, born in the year 19 March 1721 and died in the year 17 September 1771, was Scottish. It means coming from Scotland. It was a poet and of course a writer, that is author or novelist. He was best known for his picaresque. Picaresque, it means writing about a hero who is poor but when the time comes ready to help to the society. Such type of novels story he present in the novels like The Adventure of Roderick Random, which was published in the year 1748, The Adventure of Peregrine Pickle, which was published in the year 1751, The Expedition of Humphrey Clicker, which was published in the year 1771, which influenced later novelists including Charles Dickens. It means Charles Dickens, who is coming in the slide, is much more influenced by Smollett. Smollett famous novel you can see is present in this slide, The Expedition of Humphrey Clicker. Second is Roderick Random, okay, which is present in this slide. This is the cover page of the novel. Next is Charles Dickens, which I was right now saying. Charles Dickens, born in the year 7th February 1812 and died in the year 9th June 1870, was an English writer and social critic. He created some of the world's best known fictional characters and is regarded by many as the greatest novelist of the Victorian era. His works enjoyed precedented popularity during his lifetime. By the 20th century, critics, scholars had recognized him as a literary genius. His novels and short stories are still widely read today. You can see Charles Dickens' novels and stories today also in 21st century we read it. So he was a great novelist of Victorian era who had written so many books, and it talks about the real life stories. So some books I had given the cover picture of it. Can you please see? Oliver Twist, A Tale of Two Cities, and David Copperfield. David Copperfield, we all say it is the personal history of Charles Dickens' life. Some more are there coming in this slide. You can see and understand and remember the names of the Charles Dickens writing: Great Expectation, A Christmas Carol, Hard Times, and the Pickwick Papers are the main writings of Charles Dickens. Next is Sir Walter Scott. Sir Walter Scott, who is Walter Scott, we are going to see. Born in the year 15 August 1771, died in the year 21st September 1832, was a Scottish means coming from Scotland, is a great historical novelist writing on the history, playwright, historian. Many of his works remain classical, okay, of English language literature. He played a very important role in bringing English literature first, and of course Scottish literature a lot. Okay, he is the promoter, or we can say promoted English literature and Scottish literature a lot. Famous titles include whatever the books that he had written. Let's see a quick review. The Lady of the Lake, it's a narrative poem, but it is in a novel form. Waverley, Old Mortal, Mortality, or The Tale of the Old Mortality, Rob Roy, The Heart of the Middle Lothian, The Pride of the Lammermoor, and Ivanhoe. Ivanhoe is a very famous. Let's see the cover picture of all the writings of the Walter Scott, and a Scottish writer. The Lady of the Lake, Ivanhoe, Rob Roy, The Life of the Napoleon, Waverley, and The Bride of Lammermoor, that is present. Next coming in the slide is Nathaniel Hawthorne. Nathaniel Hawthorne was born the year uh, July 4th, 1804 in Salem of Massachusetts. This is his name in America, and was an American short story. Now we are coming to an American writer. It means 18th century in all the country. How many novelists were there, that is present in this slide. Okay, so if from American literature this novelist is coming, who experimented a broad range of styles and genres. He is best known for his short stories. Okay, the novels means his novels were not too long. It is short and easy to read. The Scarlet Letter, Mid March 1850. The House of Seven Gables, 1851. So shall we move on to the next novelist of that era is Horatio Walpole. Horatio Walpole, if you would see, student, born in the year 24th September 1717 and left 2nd March 1797, was known as Horace Walpole, was a great English writer, art historian, man of letters, antiquarian, Whig politician. He had written Strawberry Hill House, built in Twickenham, southwest London, reviving the Gothic style some decades before his Victorian successors. His literary reputation rests on the best Gothic novel, The Castle of Otranto, and his letters, which are significant social and political interest. They have been published in Yale University Press in 48 volumes, and he was the son of the first British Prime Minister Sir Robert Walpole. Must remember for your general knowledge. Okay, so Tayo Walpole is a you can see son of first British Prime Minister Sir Robert Walpole. So can you see the cover picture of the novels that he had written? First one is The Castle of Otranto. Okay, and next is Lost Treasures of Strawberry Hill. Okay, next is Thomas Hardy, a great novelist of Britain. Okay, Thomas Hardy, born the year 2nd June 1840 and died in 11th January 1928. He was a great English novelist poet. Okay, and you can see he worked in the Wessex. This is the place in England, that the southwestern England. It's a great industrial area. He gained a fame as an author, and he had written so many novels like Far from the Madding Crowd, which was published in 1874, The Mayor of Casterbridge 1886, Tess of the D'Urbervilles 1891, and Jude the Obscure. In the next slide you can see I had given the cover picture of the you can see Thomas Hardy's books. First one is Jude the Obscure, second is The Mayor of Casterbridge, third is Thomas Hardy's Tess of the D'Urbervilles, next The Return of the Native, fourth fifth Far from the Madding Crowd, sixth Under the Greenwood Tree, and the last The Woodlanders. So these are the main works of Thomas Hardy. Move to the next, if you would see, is William Wilkie Collins. Okay, William Wilkie Collins, if you would see, is a man born in the year 8th January 1824 and died in the year you can see 23rd September 1889. Was an English novelist, playwright, short story writer. Okay, he written the books like The Woman in White, which was published in 1859, The Moonstone in 1868. The last has been called as the first modern English detective novel. Must remember, Collins was a detective writer who had brought the detective type story in the novel. Okay, born to the family of a painter, his from childhood he was a painter. Means he loves to be a painter. William Collins in London. He grew up in Italy and France, learning French and Italian language. He began work as a clerk to a tea merchant. Okay, you can see William Collins was a great novelist, of course we came to know, and he worked he knows different language like French and Italy. Okay, some writings is present Collins, that is Women in White. I had given the cover picture, you can see it. Okay, and by heart these some work. Next you can see Vicky Collins No Name. Next is the Moonstone. Next The Law and the Lady. Next The Queen of Hearts. Next the letter on Heart and Science, and the last one is Poor Miss Finch. These are the main works of, you can see, none other than William Collins. Next, move to the next, which is the last one of the 18th century writer, is Herbert George Wells. You can see born in the year 1866 and died in the year 13th August 1946, was an English writer. He was a very prolific, it means very famous and very intellectual, very determined, prolific in many genres. Okay, he was not only writing the novels but also writing short stories and social commentary, history, satire, biography, autobiography. These all are the types of genres of writing, and that he had written, which he included in his several books also. Wells is now best remembered for his science fiction. This man had brought the science fiction. Earlier novels were not made on the science. He made the story as a science fiction, and that's why we consider, who is the father of science fiction? Please remember, is none other than Herbert George Wells. Herbert George Wells is considered as father of the science fiction. Next, you can see here whatever the novels he had written, it is about the science. So first one you can see The Time Machine. Okay, The War of the World. Next, The First Man in the Moon. Next, you can see In the Days of Comet. Next you can see The Invisible Man. We all know Mr. India. In our in India the movie was made, that is Mr. India, featured Anil Kapoor. Next you can see Island. Next you can see Little Wars and Floor Games. Okay, so these are the main works of George Wells. Characteristics of 20th century novels. So quickly we will see the characteristics so that you will understand the novels that is coming. 20th century is marked by the modern topics and innovative styles and techniques. 20th century, if you would see new because inventions and discoveries were taken place, there is a new types of writing also came into front. So second point, it widened angles of the views by some novelists, and they started to focus on political, social, philosophical and other modern issues in their life. Not only you can see social and cultural political issues were there, but also now psychological issues were also there. So new modern thought of the people were presented in the novel. Third point, in the novelist started use of new techniques of novel writing such as psychological novel. Okay, what are the new techniques had come? Stream of consciousness technique. Okay, what is psychological novel? Concerned with the thought, motive, emotions of the character, what you feel for a particular thing. Okay, for example, online lectures were happening, nobody is asking with you personally what's the thought is coming in your mind. Yes, your emotional, your psychological thought, it says that what's happening. So same way, but you never says to someone, you keep in your mind. Okay, same way you can see it is the psychological, it means what you think about a particular thing. Stream of consciousness novel, you can see it's a continuous flow of thoughts that comes in our mind, that makes the individual conscious experiences. For example, in your classroom. Okay, teacher comes in your classroom and tell that tomorrow there is a test, for example. Okay, so if there is a test, what are the thought comes in your mind? How I will read, how I will study, how I will complete my all portion, my work is still incomplete. So these are the psychological thought or stream of consciousness, fast thought that it comes, how I will complete it. Okay, that. So this is the psychological novels that is coming. Bildun's Roman, you can see novel. We all are going to study these all you can see techniques detail in the coming lecture, concerned with the growth of the protagonist, that is the main character, mind, spirit, characters from the childhood to adulthood. Okay, Bildun's Roman, if you would see, it is properly talking about a main character from the childhood up to his adult, what he is thinking for others. Fictional, of course, of science we all know, and technology, in a very proper way, sometimes reality and sometimes in a more imaginative way we can read it, the novel. Detective fiction, of course, you can see types of detective like ghostly related or suspense or mystery type stories were also very popular in 20th century novels. Lastly, you can see we are going to study in today's lecture, it gives rise to the immigrant author. Who are the immigrant? For example, those who are born and brought up in our country, and after some period of time they move to the UK, America or any other place and settled over there. Okay, so they are known as immigrant person. So immigrant writers were there in our in the world, which became very popular. Some are from our country, some from other. So a person who comes to live permanently in a foreign country. Understood? So let's move on the next slide. E.M. Foster, born in the year 1st January 1879, died in the year 7th June 1970, was an English novelist, story writer, of course, and essayist. Many of his novels examine class differences and if hypocrisy. I had said in the 18th century novel is different from the 20th century novel. So it talks about the problems in the society, okay, including a room with a view. Next is Howard's End. Next is Passage to India, which was published in the year 1924. The last brought him the greatest success. Okay, it means the Passage to India was a great success of his life. That for that he got nominated for Nobel Prize in Literature in 16 different years. 16 different years he was been nominated for a particular novel, and that is A Passage to India. So without wasting time, can you see the next slide where I had given the cover picture of the you can see A Passage to India, which was very famous, is a novel by English author E.M. Foster, set against the backdrop of the British Raj and the Indian independence movement in the 1920. Okay, what are the problems that we had faced because of the Britishers came and you can see suppress us, or you can see taken away all our rights. It is present in A Passage to India. Please read if you get the time. It was selected as one of the 100 great works of the 20th century. Out of the 100 works of the famous books, this is selected as a very popular novel by E.M. Foster. Is that clear? Because he had won in 1924 James Strait Black Memorial Prize for this fiction. Must remember. Time magazine, okay, included the novel in its all-time 100 novel list. The novel is based on the Foster's experience in India, depriving the title from the Walt Whitman's 1870 poem. Walt Whitman, last poem we had done of Walt Whitman. What's the book name he had written? Leaves of Grass. So how the Leaves of Grass is very popular, do you know? Same way this Passage to India became very popular. Is that clear? So you can see. Next, you can see James Joyce. James Joyce, if you would see, born in the year, next 20th century novelist, if you would see James Joyce, born in the year, you can see 18th, yes, born in the year 1882 and died 13 January 1941. He was Irish, okay, Irish novelist, short story writer, poet, teacher, and literary critic. He regarded as one of the most influential and the important authors of the 20th century. Joyce, if you would see, is best known for Ulysses. Must remember his famous work is Ulysses, which was published in the year 1922. It's a landmark work, most famous for its stream of consciousness technique. Okay, he brought the stream of consciousness technique. Please by heart what you mean by the stream of consciousness technique, because it is going to come in the upcoming lecture. I'm going to teach you. It is continuous flow of thought. Other well-known works were short story collection Dubliners in 1914, the novels A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man 1916, and A Finnegan Wake 1939. His other works include 3 books of poetry, a play, his published letters, and occasional journalism. Okay, you can see I had shown in the next slide Ulysses is a modernist novel by Irish writer James Joyce, a landmark work. It means the best work of the James Joyce, based on the Homer's Odyssey and the most famous for a stream of consciousness technique. The story talks about what you can see. The story takes place in the year June 16, 1904, about a man named Leopold Bloom who walks around Dublin. This book is now thought to be an important book of the modernist. In today's scenario, this book is very famous and adopted by different university in their syllabus. So in college studies, the people study this as a syllabus. So popular novel of James Joyce. Next picture you can see, I had tried to present the cover picture, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, written by James Joyce, 20th century writer. James Joyce Dubliners. Next is Finnegans Wake, written by James Joyce. Next writer coming in the slide is 20th century novelist Joseph Conrad. Joseph Conrad, born in the year 3rd December 1857 and died in the year 3rd August 1924, was a Polish British writer regarded as one of the greatest novelists to write in the English language. Though he did not speak English fluently until his 20s, he was a master prose stylist who brought a non-English sensibility into English literature. It means in order to understand anything, we do not require a very tough English. Okay, very tough English, that how the people will understand if you write the tough English, how the people will understand your emotion if you will write the simple language. So novel, it means something simple language to make the commoners, that is we common people, understand. Joseph Conrad had presented a simple language. Conrad wrote stories and novels, many with a nautical, that is naval settings, and depict the trials of human spirit in the midst of what he saw as a impassive, okay, inscrutable, that is difficult to understand universe. Okay, some people who are very difficult language they use, for them he brought the simple language. You can see the cover page of Lord Jim and Heart of Darkness. Heart of Darkness was very famous. It is about the Polish English novelist. Okay, later on you can see he little bit speaks simple language, or he tries to write the simple in his language, so that is Polish. Okay, so Joseph Conrad narrated the voyage up. What's the story? Voyage up the Congo River into the Congo Free State in the heart of Africa. Heart of Darkness is a story about a African people. Must remember. Okay, Charles Marlowe, the narrator, tells his story to the friend abroad, a boat anchored on the River Thames. Okay, Conrad, you can see, offers parallel between London, the greatest town on earth, and Africa, the places of darkness. Africa, why it is said places of darkness? Because the people are dark color, okay, are black in color. So why the people difference between the London and, you can see, Africa. London, if you would see, people say if there is a shining on earth, it is the London. It means all the people are very white, okay, white in color, their skin color is white. And African people is considered as dark people. Okay, so that is Heart of Darkness. So he tries to present in the society why there is a difference on the name of color. Okay, next you can see, next writer is Henry James. Henry James, born in the year 15 April 1843 and died in the year 28 February 1916, was American author who became British citizen in the last year of his life. Regarded as a key transitional figure between literary realism, literary modernism, is considered by many to be among the greatest novelists in the English language. He had brought a great thing about two things, that is literary realism and literary modernism. Okay, that he had brought in the society. Can we see the writings of Henry James? The Portrait of a Lady, The Turn of the Screw, the cover page I had present, please see. Washington Square, next is The Outcry, next you can see The Europeans, next Daisy Miller, and the last is The Ambassadors. Okay, these are the novels written by Henry, you can see, Henry James. Next is Eric Arthur Blair, born in the year 25th June 1903 to 21st January 1950. He is also known as George Orwell. Okay, he was a great novelist, essayist, journalist, critic. His work is characterized by lucid. Lucid means very simple prose. He write very simple language for the common people to understand. Biting social realism, what's happening in our society, that is present in this way. Opposition of totalitarianism means a ruler or absolute dictatorship. So he do not like the dictatorship in the society, so he tries to write in his novel. The outspoken support of democratic socialism, it means democracy, we all know, by the people, for the people, of the people. Yes, so you can see this person every time like the democracy, not the dictatorship. His novel Animal Farm was a very famous, is a allegorical means metaphorical. It is the symbol novella George Orwell, which was published in England on 17 August 1945. The book tells the story of a group of farm animals who rebel against their human farmer, hoping to create a society where the animals can be free, equal, and happy. Ultimately, however, the rebellion is betrayed and the farm ends up in a state as bad as it was before under the dictatorship of a pig named Napoleon. You can see here the animals play the role of the human being, and how human being actually suppress or take away the rights of the commoners. That here it has been presented. It is known as dictatorship. So dictatorship he tries to present, but not taking the examples of the human being, but tries to focus on animals. So our condition is like animal that he tries to portray. Next writer is novelist of 20th century. Can you see? Henry Graham Greene, born in the year 2nd October 1904 and died 3rd April 1991, professionally known as Graham Greene. Graham Greene, if you would see, is a great novelist regarded as many one of the leading English novelists of the 20th century. He was a very famous person because he had written so many writings. Okay, he was shortlisted in 1966 and 67 for Nobel Prize, must remember. Okay, and he explored social and so many moral and political issues on modern world. So can we see the very famous book that he had written, and the book name is The Power and the Glory. It's a book about the British author Graham Greene. It's the title often recited at the end of the Lord's Prayer. Okay, for thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. So this is the you can see prayer. Okay, in especially in Christianity, you can see, you might be knowing, it was initially published in the United States under the title The Leviathan Ways. Okay, so below it the story is something else, but he had taken the lines, the power and the glory, that line he had taken from the Bible. Okay, so this was a very famous work of none other than Graham Greene. Next movie is T.H. Lawrence, that is David Herbert Lawrence of the 20th century, very famous. 11th, born in the year 11th September 1885 and left this world in the year 2nd March 1930, was an English writer and poet. His collected work represented, among other things, as extended reflection upon the dehumanization humanizing effects of modernity and industrialization. What is the aftermath of industrialization he had presented in the novel? Of course, as the industries were set up, not only advantages were there but disadvantages also there, students. So that disadvantage he had present in the novel. Lawrence writing explores issues such as emotional health, vitality, spontaneity, and instinct, human instincts. Okay, you can see some cover page I had present you for your knowledge. Women in Love. Next is Aaron Rod. Next, The Rainbow. Fourth is Sons and Lovers. Next, The Lost Girl. And last, The Lady Chatterley's Lover. So these are the works of none other than D.H. Lawrence. Next coming in this is Sir William Gerard Golding. Okay, 18th his you can see 20th century writer, born in the year 19th September 1911 and died 19 June 1993. He was a British novelist, playwright, and poet. Okay, he is best known for Lord of the Flies. In the next slide I am showing you the Lord of the Flies. Okay, apart from that he got you can see other prizes also, like Booker Prize also he got. What is Booker Prize, student? A short I had given. What is Booker Prize? Booker Prize is given in a literary prize awarded to each year the person who writes very nicely excellent in the field of English language, and it is given by UK, that is UK means Britain people give those who write very nice novel on this field, so they got the Booker Prize. Is that clear? So they not only, the person should be not only from UK but from the world. Any person whose works is very popular, that person gets the Booker Prize. So he had even got the Booker Prize. Can we see the next slide? Lost of the Flies. Lord of the Flies, if you would see, was nominated or got Nobel Prize. William Golding got the Nobel Prize for this book, because this book, if you would see, is about a group of British boys who actually one day went to a inhabited island where nobody is there. Okay, and what they found that on that island there is so much of problems, because that island was of a black people. British boys went to the place where there is a black people were there. Okay, and what are the problems that these people had faced, it is present over there. Themes included tension between the group think and individuality, between rational emotional reaction, between the morality and immorality. It means these white people do not able to feel comfortable among the black people. That's the story all about. It means white people is not ready to accept the black people. That the huge theme he present in Lord of the Flies. Next you can see John Anthony Burgess. If you can see Wilson, born in the year 25th February 1917 and died 22 November 1993. This book, if you would see, it was published under the name Anthony Burgess. Okay, and you can see it was a very famous because he had written one book which was very famous, and it was a satirical book, and in the book name is A Clockwork Orange, which I had present in this slide only to make you understand, because it was the best known or best selling novel. It got the tag of that, and his novel is very much occupied with the comedy. Is that clear? So that you can see way of writing he had presented in his novel. Now come to immigrant writers. There are some immigrant writers, that is the person who born and brought up in another country and settled in another foreign countries. Some examples of our country India also. Sir Vidyadhar Suraj Prasad Naipaul, born in the year 17 August 1932 and died in the year 11th August 2018, most commonly known as V.S. Naipaul, okay, was the Trinidad or Tobago born British writer. This is the place name, must remember. He was writing fiction and non-fictional, and he was writing in English. Okay, he is known for comic, some comic he present. Okay, that he present of Trinidad place. Okay, what are the good things he feels about it, he present in his novel in a comic way, in a laughing way. Some books he had written, and of course must remember he got the Booker Prize. He was a winner of the Booker Prize. Okay, so even he had got from Britain the knighthood tag also he got, and in the year 2001 he got the Nobel Prize in literature. Next slide. V.S. Naipaul, yes, it is brightly present over here. Okay, in a free state, the house for Mr. Biswas. Next, an area of darkness. Next, half a life. Okay, the surface of Elvira. So all this, please remember it, so that if it is asked you can write. Next is Salman Rushdie. Sir Ahmad Salman Rushdie, born in the year 19 June 1947 and is still surviving. Okay, and is a British Indian novelist, immigrant. Okay, he had written a very famous book, that is Midnight's Children, published in the year 1981. He got the Booker Prize for this book. Okay, he had won so many prize on this book. Okay, and you can see in our Indian subcontinent he was a very famous, if you would see, in our literature. He had written one book, and the book name is Satanic Verses. For that it was a little bit controversy was there, but on this book. Okay, but Rushdie, because of his free thought, he survived today. Okay, and presented the reality in the society. So Salman Rushdie, some books name I had present: Midnight's Children, which is very famous; the Satanic Verses, which is the second very famous; then Grimace; then Shame; then Luca, that is the Fire of Life; next the Golden House; and last the Empress of Florence. Last, if you would see, Sir Kazurao Ishiguro. He is a Japanese writer, born and brought up in Japan in the year 8 November 1954 and settled in UK, that is Britain. Okay, taken the citizenship of there. Ishiguro, if you would see, is the most celebrated writer in English literature, because he got the Man Booker Prize also, and is a novels that he written which was very popular is Never Let Me Go. It was a very famous writing. Okay, in 2017 he even got the Swedish Academy Award. Okay, and the Nobel Prize in Literature he had got in the year 2017. Ishiguro was knighted in in the 2018, that means 2018 Queen's Birthday Honor List in Britain. Okay, so can we see with the help of the next slide the great writings of Mr. Ishiguro? You can see The Remains of the Day, Never Let Me Go, When We Were Orphans, okay, The Unconsoled, The Buried Giant, and the last is A Pale View of Hills. So let's move on to the women novelist contribution in our English literature. Women have made significant contribution to literature since earliest time. The credit goes to women novelists whose contribution counts a lot in the novel writing and publishing. They tried varied themes they had tried techniques, style, and the content that they use in their novel are issues of caste, class, gender equality, identity crisis, all these things from home to society, from society to politics, psychology of the women, or herself self story she tries to present in the novel. We all know that we had seen in the last lecture the first novelist, that is Afra Ben, was first to be considered as a professional women writer. So let's see women novelists who really brought a great changes in our English literature. So first in the slide comes as a women novelist is Frances Burney. You can see in your textbook it is properly given. She born in the year 13 June 1752 and died in the year 6th January 1840. Also known as Fanny Burney and later as Madame d'Arblay. Arblay was an English satirical novelist. She was writing diaries also, of course. Playwright, writing the dramas. Okay. Born in Len Regis, now King Lannis, that is more properly known in England. Her notable works are very famous. So please pay attention to her notable works, which is even given in your textbook also on page number 174. They are Evelina 1778, next Cecilia 1782, next Camilla that is 1796, then The Wanderer 1814 are her famous books. So out of this Evelina became very famous. So what is the Evelina or the history of a young lady entrance into the world is a novel written by English author Fanny Burney, published in 1778. It was most successful and highly regarded novel. The novel was a critical success and admired for its comic view of wealthy English society and realistic portrayal of working class London dialects. Working class London dialects means middle class society. So in Evelina, he tries to portray about a woman who is coming from a middle class society and how she rules the life that is present in Evelina. Is that clear? Let's move on to the next novelist of that era became very popular is Anne Radcliffe. She was born in the years 9th July 1764 and died in the year 7th February 1823. Was an English author and pioneer of Gothic fiction. Please underline, even in the textbook also it is given, Gothic fiction. Gothic means what? Ghostly. Ghost we all know, na, we all fear from the word ghost. When we came to know that the house is ghostly, it means of course ghost is there. So gothic means ghost related. Okay, so even we like to see the gothic movies, yes, where ghost stories we all know like it. Okay, so she was the woman who was very famous, popular. Pioneer means very popular in writing the ghost story. Okay, so that she used to write her techniques of explaining apparently supernatural element. Ghost means bhoot related story, so that is supernatural. Ghost actually is a something that we imagine. Supernatural means imagination. In her novels is there. Okay, gothic fiction she brought in the year 1790s. Okay, Redcliffe, if you would see, was the very most popular writer of her day and almost universally admired till today. Contemporary critics called her the mighty enchantress and the Shakespeare of romance writers. It means she was writing very nice books. She's presenting the ghostly in a very popular way. Her popularity continued through the 19th century. Okay, so we can see even in the 19th century also her ghostly related stories were very popular. People love to read such type of ghostly or gothic stories. Okay, can we see the next slide where the gothic novels are present, which is very famous, and on them movies were made. Okay, so first is the Mysterious of Udolpho. Okay, that is one mysterious house has been present. Okay, mystery means but maybe ghost may be hiding there, some related story. Okay, next is the Romance of the Forest, that is also ghostly story. Next would see it is the Castles of Atheline and Dunbanny. Okay, it is also written by Anne and Radcliffe. So let's move on to the next gothic writers, students. The next writer, if I'm talking about, is the science related, writing the novel related to the science, a novel based on science, and that is none other than Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley. Mary Shelley, she was popularly known as, born in the year August 9, 1797 and left this world on 1st Feb 1851, was an English novelist who wrote a novel based on science of the age. Must remember, 18th century is also known as the era of inventions and discoveries, and novelists, especially the women novelists, taken the credit. Okay, she had taken the credit to write the novel on science. Okay, so she had written the science, and here it is also written in the textbook, a novel based on science. She written, what was that book name? Frankenstein. She had written Frankenstein, if you would see it, or the modern Prothemus, that is 1880. She had also edited this book by herself. She also edited and promoted the works of even husband, the romantic writer. Her husband was also a writer and a poet, and his name was P.B. Shelley. She is the wife of P.B. Shelley, who is also a poet. Her father was the political philosopher William Godwin, and her mother was a philosopher and the feminist writer. It means in the family all are the writers. Okay, all are coming from the writing family, and so Mary Shelley was also a writer, a great writer, writing on the science fiction. Okay, writing on the science. Shelley started writing the story when she was just 18, and her first edition was published anonymously in London when she was 20. It means anyhow, I mean, just anonymously means just without knowingly, Mary Shelley had went for the publishing of the Frankenstein, and Frankenstein became very popular. Can we see the Frankenstein cover page on the next slide? Mary Shelley Frankenstein, we can see it's a pure science fiction where new science and technologies were present, and that story has been shown. The modern Prometheus, that is modern science, has been present, and it is the era of 1818 where the science and technologies were taking place. Mary Shelley tells the story of a Victor Frankenstein, a young scientist who creates a hideous, it means very terrible, sapient means very intellectual, wise creature in her unorthodox, unusual scientific experiment. In a, this Frankenstein was making one robot, or one you can see one he created one we can say tedious sapient creature he made, and that is very dangerous for the society. Can we give one example? In our country India, you can see one movie were made that is featuring Shah Rukh Khan, that is Ravan. You know Ravan, where you can see Ravan had made you can Jeevan had made one Ravan. Yes, so same inspired by Frankenstein. So by this we come to the end of this lecture. Remaining contribution of women novelists in our English literature we will do in the next lecture. Till then, learn 20th century novel, their characteristics of course, famous novelists of 20th century. Today we had done so many novelists and their work, and enjoy learning. This is Garima Miss signing off. Stay home, stay safe.